Join the CinemaSins team in Nashville for Sin Week 2023. Every year, we release extra videos for our Sin Club members and hold live panels with our friends and fans in person. Tickets to Sin Week are available at a discounted rate for the month of December. Space is limited, so head to cinemasins.com/SinWeek to reserve your spot today. A link is in the description.
Welcome to Sin Week!
Woo!
Remember the original Game of Thrones credits? Remember how it would fly over the map to give you a sense of geography and enhance the show you were watching? Yeah? Well, this show is like, nope, we're going with blood culverts emptying into metal gears because who doesn't like a bit of pointless and unintelligible trickle-down necronomics? Also, show's logo promises a three-headed dragon, and I'm starting to doubt we're ever going to see one.
It's been near 6 years since I last saw my lord husband, Maester.
6 years? 6 years? You have arguably the best ending of the season in the previous episode, and now we're skipping ahead 6 years and not getting into anything that happened right after all that chaos? F the show sometimes, man. Although, I think it would actually probably enjoy that.
The sea snake is strong.
Calling your grandpa the sea snake instead of grandpa. You didn't put all that work into impregnating your grandmother and then going through 9 months of putting up with her being pregnant for you to show such disrespect.
I am the sea snake's own blood. The closest kin he has left.
Be careful, good brother. One could take your words for treason.
Or one could take his words as completely unimportant, since I'm not even sure the show really knew he existed until now.
My cousin the king would have your tongue for this.
Tongue shadowing. Giving us so much gratuitous castle porn, I half expect the Downton Abbey theme to start playing. Stealing babies.
Mouthful. Jeez, you knew that.
Admonishing yourself in the third person like some sort of 21st century teenager. At this point, just have the kid call his dad's plans cap and brag about his drip, which I swear is a real thing.
A king should honor the traditions of his forebears.
Thinking that following Yogi, Baloo, Pooh, and Fozzie will help you be king. There's only one bear we follow in these parts, and his name starts with a P, and ends in an Addington.
He means to call into question Luke's legitimacy.
Ah, goody, another episode revolving around political chess, because this show never tackles this subject matter enough. This back and forth of who gets to be king and who gets to be head of this castle or that land is enough to lose your head over, or at least half of it.
Raymond cares only about Driftmark and the Valarian line, not about our politics.
I don't care about them either, so enough of the housing. Can we please move on to the of the dragoning?
To King's Landing, then.
Cool, we're headed back to King's Landing. Wouldn't want this show to stop feeling cramped and insular, would we?
I would say it's nice to be home, but I scarcely recognize it.
Something I find even less exciting than political chess matches is characters complaining about decor. Seriously, guys, if it doesn't get more exciting than this, I might chop my own head off. Or at least half of it.
We continue to enjoy improved customs duties since the settling of the Stepstones.
House of the Dragon episode can't exist without mentioning the Stepstones cliche.
I trust they've been welcomed as befits their station. As you instructed, Lord Hound.
One thing these time jumps do is take away any suspense or dramatic pleasure we might have been able to get from past actions that we never saw take place. Yes, we knew the hand from 6 years ago was killed, but we never actually saw the scene stealer from Notting Hill get to take his old position back. Considering how much dramatic weight was given to him having his position taken away, this could have actually been an interesting development to see. But instead, he's already just back in his seat, putting his balls on the table.
He can fly a dragon, yes, but can he command a fleet?
Ability does not alter his claim.
This episode is like if Succession focused all of its energy on successions that weren't even the main succession, and was also really boring.
Shall we levy a tax on the sale of new wool?
Aw, man! We're leaving the scene right as they're getting into some new wool tax discussion. Damn it! I wanted to hear about that.
A matter has arisen that requires your attention.
Whatever it is, Sir Eric, you need to wait.
I'm Eric, Your Grace.
Imagine not having subtitles on and being like, oh, you're Eric, not Eric. Got it. I swear this Eric nonsense better lead to some first-rate parent trapping, or for the love of Haley Mills, I will revolt.
Who goes there?
Father.
No, you Rhaenyra. He father.
Help me up.
And by up, I mean my reclining position will go from approximately 15 degrees to about 20 degrees. But it's really important that the audience understand what bad shape I'm in, so here we are.
The sea snake has taken a grave wound in battle in the Stepstones.
When? You won that 4 years ago.
Even senile and decaying, Viserys would be excellent at TVSins.
Now that is a name fit for a king.
And apparently a grandson/nephew that your daughter is a mother/cousin to.
I believe you. You do? I do. But what I worry about...
starting the next sentence after saying, I believe you, with the word but.
Have you seen Diana? She's supposed to dress the children.
Convenient affected third-party barge in is convenient.
I'd be surprised if he could remember his own name.
To be fair, there's only about 3 names to go around in your family, so I bet he gets there pretty fast.
Smaller than I remember. It looks exactly the same.
Conversation in every one of my sex tapes? Wait, is the Valerian banner a seahorse? And Corlys goes by the name Sea Snake? Is everything and everyone in this house a C word? Wait. Lightning crashes, a new mother cries.
The Song of Ice and Fire, do you believe it to be true?
The first few volumes, sure, but I'm pretty sure the rest is a myth. Also, this is as good a time as any to sin this show for not even touching on the more magical aspects that the OG Game of Thrones did so well. That show literally started with an army of frozen dead people, and this show's like, we've got dragons and that's all you're getting.
My only child.
Royal skip. Sweet. Of all the things I was hoping this show would take the time to flesh out a bit more, Viserys' backsores were top of that list. Hurrah!
The Lord of Driftmark and Lord of the Tides.
And rings? Are you the lord of those too? I only ask because I might all of a sudden get interested in the show again.
King Viserys of House Targaryen.
Now we're talking! Finally, some energy in this episode. Viserys showing up to put people in their place is awesome. But the fact that it took 40 minutes to get here and the most decrepit character in the series to make it happen still deserves this sin. Those who have seen your face draw back in fear. The phantom of the opera is here inside your...
I will sit the throne today.
Ha! Yes! Fine, take the sin off. The scene rules. But also, the king sitting the throne that is essentially responsible for his current conditions seems a little ironic. Or at least Alanis Morissette's version of ironic.
I do not understand why petitions are being heard over a settled succession.
Well, it's this thing called dramatic tension, and the show needed something to occupy itself with instead of fleshing out the backstories and character development of the other main characters while they stall and get to the final 2 episodes. That help?
My house survived the doom.
He's got a good point. That's nothing to sneeze at. That was a really tough game. The Inferno episode was especially tough, but still, bragging will always get you a sin, so...
I will not see it ended on the account of this.
Say it.
Matt Smith coming through in the clutch again. Almost saving this episode. One more sin off for the final bits of this thing, but that's all you're getting. The Silent Sisters are attempting to put Vaemon back together again instead of just embracing his new role as a marionette. I think the thing that surprises me most about this scene is it's only the 8th strangest thing I've seen on television this week. To be fair, I did just catch up on season 8 of The Masked Singer, though. Also, I love that even in a scenario where the body on the table has his chin separated from the rest of his head, they still bother to place a towel over the private parts. This overcandling wall behind Rhaenys is the most overcandled wall to ever overcandle. Might as well be a Christmas display on one of those houses that people with too much time on their hands own.
This is an occasion for celebration, it seems.
He says, just a few hours after a person had his head bisected before him as he sat on the throne.
Prince Lucerys, the future Lord of the Tides.
I'm actually really glad this all worked out this way. Prince Lucerys is sure to grow into a noble king, and since we spent so much time with him on this episode, you know his reign will be food for the story for years to come. Good thing he's not going anywhere.
You do know how the act is done, I assume.
Getting one-upped by the kid who married his sister. Exposing your eye rectum at the family dinner.
I wish to raise my cup to Her Grace the Queen.
Awkward dinner toasts, which is also what most people would call every single dinner toast. Also, I do like what the show is doing here. The idea that Viserys could make one final push for unity and it would find purchase in the hearts enough to mend moats is a beautiful idea, and completely insane. These two crossed the line and overturned on their relationship a long time ago, and no amount of one-eyed speechifying is ever going to change it. We have now reached the portion of the episode where people stand up, and then other people look at the people standing up, and then stay standing up for several seconds as the cameras beg us to feel tension. The only thing I'm wondering is...
I would like to toast Baela and Rhaena.
Oh, come on. At this point, I'd rather be watching someone make actual toast than sit through another one of these things. I know we've been through a few time jumps, but did Aemon's time jumps have a +10 modifier on them? Why does this child look 31?
I'll, return on Dragonback.
Get it? It seems like she means in a friendly way, but then it probably won't be. Get it? Do you get it? Oh, good. We're bringing her back. You know, her. I totally know who she is. I just want to make sure you know who she is. There are too many damn characters to keep up with on this show.
Oh, don't you remember Aegon?
Our son.
The prince that was promised.
Prince Egon.
To unite the realm.
I understand, my king.
And this is why you don't name all your kids George Foreman.
Giving me the stink eye.
The mouth.
Mouth. Oh, God, jeez, you knew that.
Why am I so stupid?
Who goes there? I am Archer, emissary of the Gorgonites.
Oh, there's just like the faintest soupçon of like asparagus, and there's just a flutter of like a nutty Edam cheese.
I don't give a shit about Tawnies.
You wait till my father hears about this. This is servant stuff.
I'll make you an offer.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Young, tender, nice. Eat them, eat them.
Sometimes you think you have true love, and then you catch the early flight home from San Diego, and a couple of nude people jump out of your bathroom blindfolded like a goddamn magic show, ready to double team your girlfriend.